Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Culture Report. I'm Jamal Simon.
I'm DeMarco Randall.
And I'm Antonia Velez, and we have a very special guest with us today. So November is Native American Heritage Month, a time to recognize Native communities' crucial contributions and honor their vibrant cultures, their stories, and their history. Many states like Colorado are comprised of land stolen from Native groups. Justice can only be reached through acknowledgement, and we want to ensure their resilience are remembered today and every day. Now, Lynette Grable from Not Our Native Daughters, a nonprofit dedicated to Indigenous justice, is joining us today to speak to the importance of Native American Heritage Month. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yes, Tatankakuye, Nananal, Nakase, Nech. I greeted you in my languages of both Hunkpapa Lakota and the Northern Arapaho, but yes, I'm Lynette Grable. I'm founder director of Not Our Native Daughters.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Could we start by, telling us a little bit about what's the significance to you of Native American Heritage Month? Like, why is it important to your community and other Native American communities? And also, how can people best honor these communities during this month and onward?
Yes, so as we see in our society, we see the issues of Native Americans, and you can pick any topic. We are struggling and probably have the worst statistics in those different statistics and regions. So it's very important that we have time of recognition, but also a time of reconcilement. You know, we talk about Indigenous people, we talk about Native American Heritage Month, and, recognizing the historical foundings that we have as Native people. But I think a lot of people have a long way to go to understand the atrocities that has faced us as Indigenous people, especially here in Colorado. I am a full-blooded Native American woman. I'm both Lakota and Northern Arapaho, and my Indigenous ancestral ancestry and history belongs in the homelands of Colorado. So what that means is a lot of us who are either Arapaho, Cheyenne, Ute, Apache, or even Pueblo, the blood and bones are in the fiber of this land. So it's very important for us to recognize that, but also honor that. And I always say this to our non-Native relatives: start by educating yourself of the history of the very land that you live on.
Absolutely. And we know, it's Thanksgiving, and we know that means something different across Indigenous communities. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can't speak for all Native Americans, but, someone like myself who lived on the Wind River Reservation in Wyoming, and also now, I'm a resident here in Denver. I know that in most tribal communities, Native American families do celebrate Thanksgiving. We cook turkeys, ham, but other traditional foods like fry bread, dry deer soup, elk soup, and other traditional foods that we utilize in our ceremonies and our culture. But we don't celebrate it to recognize the colonial impact. We celebrate it because of as a factor of resilience and a essence of we're still here. Everything that has happened throughout history, the hundreds and hundreds of years, we are still here as a people, as a culture, and we honor that. And we just take the time to be off work to come together and celebrate and take time to be together like we do in our ceremonies.
So in a sense, it's like a signal of strength almost.
Yes, absolutely. But on the other hand, I have great friends here in Denver. They do not celebrate Thanksgiving, but they do take that time to travel and do other things throughout that time through the Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah. And so how might some other people celebrate their traditions while being respectful to those Native American communities?
I think that for us here in Colorado, a lot of people have a lot yet to learn about Indigenous people and the colonial impact that happened right here. Colorado has a unique history. We know that the Sand Creek Massacre and the governor at that time issued and ordered for us to be annihilated through genocide and through murder, even on the peaceful camps of the Cheyenne and Arapaho up north. And I think a lot of people have a lot to do to learn from that, but also to understand that we're still here. There's a lot of, not just myself, but other Colorado Native-led nonprofits right here and centered here in Denver that's doing amazing work to keep the culture alive. And Native American culture is part of Denver.
Absolutely.
And we also belong here, and we don't want to exclude anyone, but we want everybody to come and learn our culture. So the best way to do that is to learn and get to know your Native neighbors.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you're leading a very important organization. Could you tell us about anything that you're working on or anything that, people can go to and learn more about, get educated? Anything coming up that's important that you would like people to know?
So I think like most Native nonprofit leaders, because there's so many compacted issues, we tend to wear many hats. So if we're not lobbying in the state legislature, then we're helping our Native youth. If we're not helping our Native youth, then we're helping with our elders. But my organization focuses on missing, murdered Indigenous women and girls, and also human trafficking of Indigenous people. And then we also additionally have a program where we work with Native youth. We take Native youth to outdoor recreation like snowboarding. A lot of Native youth have never snowboarded, whether they come from the reservation or live here in the city. So we try to create pathways of not only of employment, but also to experience those other things that other ethnicities and groups get to experience. And unfortunately, us as Native people still yet to have a presence in. So, with wearing these many hats and moving forward, I work with different Native nonprofits here in Denver, and we work with different events that is on the calendar for the end of this year and next year. But Not Our Native Daughters does have a missing, murdered Indigenous persons event that's coming here in Denver by the end of December.
Well, that's all really important work. And we thank you for taking time out of your day to join us and educate us about your communities. And yeah, we're really, really thankful.
Yes, and I know, like myself, we're trying to build bridges. We're not trying to build walls. We want everybody to be included in our culture and our dances. And when we have events, we love for community people to come out and join in on us. But also for us here in Denver that are Native-led nonprofits, we also came together to fundraise for Colorado Gives Day for December 10th.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us this week, Lynette.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm from Canada, so we had our Thanksgiving in like October, but normally I love like the Thanksgiving dinner and like just getting with all your family and friends, and having a dog has been really nice to like get me out of the house and stuff. I'm really thankful for family. You can't see it behind the camera, but the mountains are gorgeous as always.
I'm so thankful to have been able to move to such a beautiful place. And my favorite Thanksgiving tradition is I come from a turkey trot family, and then we go to a diner after.
I'm thankful for my family. I'm visiting my sister here in Denver, and her and her husband are the best humans I've ever met, so thankful for them and for love.
I started a tradition and spend the Thanksgiving with my cousins down in San Diego. Used to live there previously, and it's just a fun time for us to get together, which might not be as traditional, but is super fun and excited to get down there to the warmer weather.
I am thankful to live in such a beautiful state, even though it's freezing right now. And I'm thankful for family and friends that go on walks in the middle of the day. And yeah, just for this life, just happy to be here. Enjoy your health, be kind and considerate to others. Life is great when you share it with everyone, so yeah.
I'm thankful this season, first that it's sunny, and also for like a new job and new friends. And every year for Thanksgiving, we love to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I'm ready to cook that turkey.
My grandma's 90, and she hosts every year and makes all the food. And she makes like the best mashed potatoes ever. Yeah, no one can make homemade mashed potatoes quite like a 90-year-old grandma, you know? Yeah.
All right, now it's time for family dinner.
Let's go, baby.
We got some good eats here, you know.
We do. To start, I made the starter. So let me just give y'all a rundown. These are pan de yucas. They are very traditional in my home country, Colombia. My family loves them. We eat them. Of course, we don't celebrate, my family doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving in Colombia for obvious reasons. But yeah, we eat these throughout the year, but especially around the holidays. They're a baked cheesy bread. Ooh. Very similar to what I made last year, but not quite.
The buñuelos.
Buñuelos, yes.
I still think about
the
them.
Buñuelos.
Buñuelos.
And of course, missing here is the aguardiente, which
is that?
It's like a cane sugar liquor that we drink around the holiday. Well,
liquor?
Yes. Well, yes. We're Colombian. What do you expect? What do you expect? But no, I had a lot of fun making these. It was actually my first time making these from scratch. So I made y'all a video if you want to take a look.
Ooh.
Take it away. grandma be proud, yes or no? Would
No
she
doubt.
be proud, yes or no?
Well, yeah.
No doubt.
Okay.
Well, of course.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
It's so good.
What do you think was like the most challenging part of it? Like learning the recipe, doing the recipe?
It was finding the recipe. My mom actually found one for me online, like from a Colombian website. But I think the most challenging part was like finding a replacement for the actual cheese that we use. So we use like mozzarella cheese and queso costeño. That's how we call it. But you can't really find that anywhere here. So a similar cheese would be like anything that's like salty, kind of hard, easy to crumble. And it's usually like, there's a kind called queso ranchero here, but they didn't have that at the Safeway. Womp, womp.
Womp, womp.
Is that a big surprise?
True.
They're so good.
True.
I can't even lie, y'all. I had
So I
some of
use
these before the
cotija.
show.
Oh, yeah, yes.
They were delicious.
He got the
They were-
freshly baked ones
they were
because
nice.
I did wake up early this morning and I did put them in the oven for y'all. So
Period. And we appreciate that.
They're bomb.
They're actually really,
They're
really
really
good, y'all.
bomb.
Like, I want to
you.
describe it to y'all, but it's like, imagine like a biscuit or something, but like, it's just cheese, like, it's cheesy, not like a
cheesy.
pull.
It kind of
like,
reminds me of
not
like a little pizza almost, but it's
Oh.
not pizza.
I'm
you
into
know?
that. I see what you
yeah,
mean.
love that.
It's so good. So you ate that.
Thank
All right.
you.
So for our, I guess, main course, they really tried to get your boy in the kitchen again, and she set me up for failure because she mac and cheese, make the mac and cheese. Do not trust me to make the mac and cheese. I am not going to be the one over here cooking.
You were
slaving over
locked
hot
in, though,
stove.
weren't you?
I was locked in. I was so locked in. I was really, really trying my best to show y'all how I made it, but I was so locked in and having panic attacks. Take a look. All right, we're just getting started, but let me let you in on a little secret. I totally forgot to start filming. So I'm in the middle of the process, starting on the cheese sauce. Macaroni is sitting here in the dish, waiting to start bathing in the cheese, marinating, soaking. So I can show you what I've done so far. Right, at this moment, I am stirring the cheese sauce. I am stirring the cheese sauce. I am still stirring the cheese sauce. Look at how cheesy that is. I'm stirring the cheese sauce. The cheese sauce consists of heavy whipping cream. And then I did 3 different cheeses. I went ahead and did a sharp cheddar. I did Colby Jack, and then pepper jack. And then I also seasoned it with a little onion powder. I diced up I minced my own garlic fresh. And then I also put a little paprika in, a little salt and pepper. And then also hit it with a little bit of Cajun seasoning. So it's good. It's delicious, I promise. Okay, guys, I'm literally making a mess of the kitchen. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret, another secret. I've never done this. I've never made mac and cheese from scratch. I don't know what I'm doing. I literally don't know what I'm doing. I skipped some steps on the camera because I was so nervous. But basically, I just put the macaroni in the pan, poured the cheese on top, and then put a little more of my shredded cheese on top. I'm about to put some foil over it, I guess, and pop it in the oven, and I guess that's what you're supposed to do. I'm not following a recipe. A recipe I did not follow.
It's really good.
How'd it
Jamal.
come out, guys?
Great.
Because I
bomb.
did not taste it. This is my first. What I tell you about the close-ups? I told you about the close-ups. Stop trying to play me. See, y'all need to know the full story so y'all don't think that it came out the oven like this. I made it yesterday.
Jamal.
I baked it yesterday, and this is like, we had to try to reheat it, and we didn't have. Listen, okay,
You're being
y'all
way
are
too hard
playing
on
games.
yourself.
No,
I'm
they're.
telling you, it is still really
How did it
tasty.
taste? Hold on.
Delicious.
It's really tasty.
Delicious. It's really good.
Oh, y'all, actually, it does taste. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all are missing out. Y'all are missing out. It's actually
unfortunately.
really tasty, really
I
good.
tried to get some more, but Jamal didn't let me.
For your own health and safety. I love you. I adore you, DeMarco. But you got us hooked up for the dessert.
Yes,
I
I'm
did,
so
I did.
excited.
So, let me swallow my food for a second.
Yes.
But this is like a real simple, easy dish to make. I mean, we make it around any other family celebration. It doesn't really like happen during necessarily Thanksgiving. But it's really easy, and take a quick look. Thanks again for joining us today. I'm in Josie's kitchen, and for those of you who don't know, Josie is my grandma. Today we're going to be going over a quick family recipe that is called a fruit salad. And it doesn't really need to be made during Thanksgiving. We typically make it during the holiday season, so Christmas, whatever, New Year's that's coming up, or even just a family gathering. I'll have my sister Jayla helping me along with my mom just to lend a hand, and we'll have some fun. All right, and now we'll go over some of the ingredients that are gonna help set you up for success. We have some sliced up bananas, some diced apples, chunk pineapple, mandarin oranges, and cherries.
Okay, now we're going to mix the ingredients together. We'll start off with apples and pineapple. Next, we'll put the mandarin oranges as well as the cherries. And we'll go ahead and put the bananas in. Notice that we did put the heavier of the fruits first, so the weight is on the bottom. That way we can avoid the bananas getting all smushed in there. Last but not least, we're gonna add the Cool Whip.
Now, notice when I'm about to mix, I'm going to do it very carefully because I don't want to mush the bananas or the oranges. So you just want to make sure you mix it carefully, just so you can be mindful of both of the fruits.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Of course.
So like I said, it was real simple, real easy, nothing too crazy. When it's all said and done, it should look something like this. So you'll just get you a little scoop of it. You know, honestly, I use a lot bigger bowl than this, but this is what we got right now.
Little baby ones.
For those of you who like to add other stuff on this, you can do like shaved coconut, various different nuts. We have pecans right here. Just like that.
Perfect.
We all cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You are so cute.
That's so cute. You made it like a little family
And this
activity.
is really good, DeMarco.
It is really good.
Yeah.
Well, the best part of it is you can say you ate yourself some fruit today.
Well, yes.
So true.
And the apples are so crisp, so light. I love it.
I think they're like red delicious apples.
They
There's
are
like,
red,
so-
they are delicious.
And they are
There's like
delicious.
literally like 50 different apples out there, so
Oh, no,
sometimes
yes.
you gotta know.
No, you chose it, and it was so cute how you made it like a family thing, a family affair. I love your family.
I love that.
And I love that you had to put me to shame like that with that video. That was crazy.
Yeah, your
Be
video was
quiet.
like
No.
top notch, truly.
You chose that. Oh well, while we sit and nibble and nosh. God, wait, is it time?
Yes, it's time.
It's time, guys. We bet you thought you saw the last of
this wheel.
of this wheel, but it's back.
Yay! So this was formerly the Wheel of Issues
The
that
Wheel
we
of
used
Issues.
throughout the election cycle, and we've now repurposed it to the Wheel of Holidays. So
Yes, that's what.
I mean, I suppose.
The wheel.
I
of
look to Jamal for
wonder.
approval.
The wheel of holiday. Okay.
Full of activities,
Sure.
holidays, fun
There
things.
we go. You can see it. It's full of things. This is just like little discussions we would have around the dinner table. So we're gonna spin it. See what we want to talk about. We might spin it once or twice or three times. I don't know. Depends on how we're feeling.
Wanna kick us
Antonia,
off?
I don't think you've ever spun the wheel
No,
on the show.
I never have.
So please,
Wow, what a moment.
Iconic.
what is that? What is that on?
Oh, it's like in the middle.
Oh.
Let's do lessons. Let's do lessons.
We're talking about lessons.
Okay.
Lessons we learned this year.
So, all right, let me think. I think the biggest lesson for me would be just you should never take your friends for granted. It really, like, people often underestimate just the power and the impact that the people you choose to surround yourself with have on your life. And this year I've just been reflecting on just how much I love my friends and how lucky I am for the friends that I have. It's truly just amazing. And I thank the universe for them every day. So I think that's the biggest lesson I learned.
I think that's really sweet.
Yeah.
That's super sweet.
What about y'all?
I feel like I would say my biggest lesson throughout this year would probably be is to like not be afraid to try new things, you know, or to not be afraid to fail. Like, I feel like I've learned so much from not necessarily like failing, but like learning how to do different things in different ways.
Yeah.
Totally.
And like, there's never just one set way to do something. Like, you can always learn something from someone or, you know, pick up something from what they're doing, not necessarily like copy them per se, but like get a little piece of them and add
Right.
that to you.
Get inspired. And if you fail, you learn from that. I mean,
No doubt.
Absolutely.
I am thankful for my failure. Well, after I cry, I learned to be grateful for that too. So
Yes.
Same. That's kind of part of mine is like, me, I've learned to, one, rely on my friends. It's kind of a mix of you. Rely on my friends. It's okay to rely on my friends. It's like, I feel like for so long I've been like, I have to be the person to be there for all of my friends and to be independent and do all these things. And I was like, actually, you know what? It's okay to like be sad and lean on your friends
It
sometimes.
is okay.
It sounds like a crazy thing to say. Like, this isn't like a huge, like, crazy thing that like no one's ever discovered before. But for me, I was just like, oh,
yeah.
I guess maybe I should do that sometime.
And a lot of people forget that sometimes.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
just saying that.
Because yeah, you don't want to be a burden to anyone,
Yeah.
but it's like you wouldn't look at your friend as a burden. Like,
Never.
Ever.
That's what I was gonna say. Your friends will more than likely be happy that you're leaning
Yes.
on them.
And
No doubt.
also, what?
Oh, please.
I was gonna say, and also bet on yourself because bet on myself. You know, take risks, get out of your comfort zone. Bet on it, bet on
Okay,
it.
one last roll.
Oh, okay.
Or who wants to do it? Should I?
Yes,
Do it.
Go.
Okay.
You're doing a
I'm the
great job.
woman, so I should. Activities.
Activities.
Okay, so things that I do around the holidays. This is also very Colombian. I don't know if other Latin American countries do this, but I assume they do. This is a really strange one, or not strange, but just unusual. Around like New Year's, or actually New Year's Eve, we wear brand new yellow underwear.
Really?
Because that brings in good luck. Like I always do this, and sometimes for like my American friends, I love to buy them like yellow thongs, like brand new yellow thongs. And I'm like, if you wear this, you will have good luck in the coming year. Or grabbing an empty suitcase and like doing rounds on your property. That means you're gonna travel. Or everyone knows that eating 12 grapes, that's, you know, little things like that.
I have never done any of those things.
You're flabbergasted.
Wait, are you saying that you care about that? Wait, are you saying that? I'm sorry. Are you saying that for everyone you care about, like you like to bring them yellow underwear? Because she has never ever brought me a yellow thong.
I'm not saying for every single person, but I surely have. I
you-
surely have. And
I would
will.
like. I
Yes.
would like to
Hey,
see it.
You can both count on brand new yellow underwear to ring in the new year.
I can
Say
say
less.
I've never owned a pair, so of yellow.
First time for everything. Okay,
Well-
what about you?
Yeah. What do you got?
Oh, me activity around the holidays?
Sure.
Literally nothing. I went to my first corn maze, my first pumpkin patch this year. I literally don't do anything. So I'm trying to do new things. All we do during Thanksgiving is eat and argue. That's all
Yeah,
there is to
insane.
do.
Yeah, classic.
And yeah, we just vibe out, have a good time.
Okay, well, I got an activity you need to probably add on.
Okay.
I don't know if these are new, like popped up during COVID, but that's when I first found out about them. But it's like those places where you drive through and it's like a light show almost, or like it's like a light parade almost, you know?
We call them alumbrados. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah,
Well,
that's so awesome.
I feel like you got so many opportunities to go do that this coming year, you know, or not coming year, but the rest of this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Totally.
maybe get out your comfort zone, explore a different part of Colorado.
Yeah, if I drove, hint, hint.
Hint, yeah. Oh, okay, I'll buy you a car.
Okay, thank you. That's great news.
Yes.
Let's move on to some more good news from this week. A 12-year-old Coloradan reached a major milestone. Aiden Mejia Solis completed his school's challenge of reading 2 million words during his summer break, and he crushed it. Now, not only did he read more than 2,082,000 words, he did so in English and Spanish. Mejia Solis, whose first language is Spanish, reached the word milestone thanks to the Harry Potter series. You can find Byron Reed's full story about this impressive student on our website, 9news.com.
And Unrivaled has its roster set. Almost 34 of the 36 roster spots have been named for the 6 teams set to compete in the 3-on-3 league. The league is made up from some of the biggest stars in the WNBA, and tip-off is set to happen in the beginning of the 2025 year in Miami. TNT Sports will be broadcasting the games, which should last through 8 weeks, including the playoffs.
And for me, of course, I found yet another reason to mention Beyonce on the show. I had to squeeze it in one more time this year.
Yay!
Beyonce NFL halftime show for Christmas.
That's
very
that's
iconic.
insane.
It's going to
That's
be in
insane.
Houston. It's going to be the Texans versus the Ravens. This is going to be the first time that we've heard her perform songs from Cowboy Carter live.
Wow, that's actually a really big deal.
it'll be
I'm excited.
But
What?
it's streaming on Netflix. So
Oh, I actually did not know that.
might- but,
That's
for-
crazy.
it's streaming on Netflix, so we don't know. We saw what the Love is Blind reunion happened. We know what happened with that. We know what happened with the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight. I don't know. I'm hoping and praying that they get it together. And I'm hoping it's not like a thing where it's like, oh, everything's going good for the first, little bit of the game. And then when the
Yeah.
influx, because there will be an influx, I promise. Then all of a sudden the servers are like, we weren't expecting this. Expect it. I'm letting you know now. You're a month and 4 days in advance.
Wow, that was really quick math.
Thank you.
Well, they got a real treat though. Imagine like you just bought those tickets a while back,
Just
and now all
casual.
of a sudden you get that halftime show.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
almost better than the Super Bowl halftime for some people.
I love that.
No, and in Houston, Texas too. I won't be home for the holidays, so I mean, if you can't have Jamal in Houston for the holidays, I feel like Beyonce.
Is a close second.
Very, very close second.
second, yeah.
I love you, cousin. I'll delight in that delusion.
Well, this was great.
This was super delicious. This was great. Thank you guys thank you guys for cooking. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This will be
for
going in the
living.
trash. This will be going in the trash. But thank you guys for joining us for this week's Culture Report. We'll be back to continue the conversation right here on 9news.com and 9news Plus.